Friends, today we discuss about CSET in UPSC. Please like, comment and subscribe my YouTube channel. In India, a majority of farmers are marginal and small, less educated and pose low adaptive capabilities to climate change, perhaps because of credit and other constraints. This line said, in India, almost majority of farmers are small, less educated and possess. Mainly said about illiterate farmers are illiterate. Next, so one cannot accept autonomous adaptation to climate change. Climate change not easily adapted the farmers because says less educated, small and marginal farmers stay in India. Even if it was possible, it would not be sufficient to offset losses from climate change. To deal with this adaptation, climate change is paramount alongside a fast mitigation response. Another solution is to have a planned or policy-driven adaptation, which would require the government to come up with policy recommendation. Perceptions is a necessary prerequisite for adaptation. फार्मर्स की समझदारी पर निर्भर करता है कि वो अडेप्ट कर पाए या नहीं कर पाए. Whether farmers are adapting agricultural practice to climate change depend on whether they perceive it or not. However, this is not always enough for adaptation. It is important how a farmer perceives the risk associated with climate change. Another solution is to have planned or policy-driven adaptations, which require the government to come up with policy recommendations. Perhaps it is a necessary prerequisite adaptations. Okay, now we discuss options. Which one of the following statements best reflects the most logical and rational message conveyed by the author of the pages? Adaptation to climate change and mitigation response are basically responsibility of the government. Paragraph is not thick about this thing because the paragraph discuss about पार्शिव समझदारी के बारे में बोल रहा है फार्मर्स के, not in government related any things, but said policy driven planned, but not those things said government is responsible to climate change. Government responsible to mitigate the climate change. Next, climate change causes a change in government policies regarding land use pattern in the country. The pages not mention about land use pattern system. So, option B are also wrong. Option C discuss about risk perceptions of farmers are important for motivating them for taking adaptation decision. C is correct because paragraph mentions about the perceptions of the farmers. So risk perceptions of farmers are important for motivating them to taking adaptation decisions. Next, since mitigation is not possible, government should come up with policies for quick response to climate change. They are also wrong because government is not responsible. Government and government policies are not responsible in climate change. So option C are right. Risk perceptions of farmers are important for motivating them for taking adaptation decision. Option C is most reasonable. This option allies well with the pages. The pages discuss that the farmers' perceptions of the risk associated with climate change is important for adaptation. Option B and D are wrong because they have no relation directly or indirectly with the above pages. B and D. And option A is also wrong because adaptations to climate change and actions to reduce its effects are fundamentally and the responsibility of the government as well as farmers both.